fuck?
Hey! You think you're so fucking cool, buddy.
Hey, do that drinking song. Drinking song. Oh, shit.
So this is Left of Good, and I'm Christopher Morgan. This is...
Shantae Morgan.
And this is...
I'm Malcolm.
Alright.
I gotta pee.
Okay.
Why don't you guys take a minute and tell us why we're called Left of Good?
Good question.
Very good question. So we were on one of our travels, Malcolm and I. And
Norm.
Oh yes, Norm was there too. Norman Northern McLean. That's his full name. Anyways, we were on one of our travels. We're going from A to B, and we're sitting here and just having one of our normal conversations, and we were discussing different things that weren't pretty or nice or they're
vulgar.
Yeah, they were a little bit vulgar. There were some things
Very
that
purple.
Yeah, they weren't
bad.
pleasantries whatsoever.
They're bad.
Yeah,
Bad shit.
so I was discussing with Malcolm. I was like, so it's kind of funny that when you think about these different things on a spectrum, from good to bad, the center being neutral or gray. I was like, all this shit falls left of good. So that's basically where the name came from.
It fit perfectly.
And it just suits.
Yeah,
I think.
I mean, we're gonna cover like everything in between too. Like it's not all gonna be bad. Shit.
No,
it'll be good shit too.
Exactly.
Everything in between. Good, happy,
sad,
sick, perverted.
Stuff you shouldn't laugh at, but you do anyways.
Yeah,
exactly.
And that's life.
Exactly.
Because so if you're sensitive to this type of shit, then you probably shouldn't be listening right now.
Yeah, if you're gonna get a little upset about our name, and then fuck off.
Oh, we should clarify that too.
Yes.
It also has nothing to do with the political spectrum of left and right.
Exactly. All of our political points are pretty, subjective. So it's all perspective of how we think of our political standings. So it has nothing to do with that shit whatsoever. So once again, big disclaimer right here. If you're listening to this and you believe it's a political standing, fuck off. I'm just saying, just fuck off.
I second that.
We're gonna have fun. We're gonna talk about funny shit. We're gonna have a good time hanging out together with our friends, with the three of us, with Norm. And we're going to talk about lots of things, music, movies, people,
That's right.
Just random shit. And we're here to have fun, and it's a comedy podcast.
That's right.
It's a log cast, because we're left of good.
That's right.
That's right.
Norm will be here from time to time as well.
Yeah.
He might not necessarily be a regular, but he'll be here. He'll be a staple. And once you meet him, you'll know why.
Exactly. He'll dabble in his idiocracies
Specialties.
Exactly. The guy's got stories
for days. Some of them a little gross, and some of them a little tame. But you'll see.
And when you talk to him, you'll know why they call him Northern Norm.
Exactly. So, besides the introduction, besides our name, we just wanted to, introduce ourselves, maybe give a little background as to who we are, where we come from, or how we feel about Left of Good. Malcolm,
This was a long time in coming, I think, right? Like we've been talking about this forever.
Yeah.
Huge podcast fans.
Yes, big time.
Listen to more podcasts than anything else lately.
Really?
Although I think we're all huge music fans,
yes.
And we are musicians ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
We find ourselves listening to other people more often than music. Listening to people talk more often
I
than
like
listening to
hearing
people
talk.
make music.
I think it just falls with our age, though. It just so happened to be.
Well, you learn to
You-
appreciate the art of
yes.
conversation more. I mean, not so much being like the center of the conversation, but like sitting on the sidelines listening too, right? I mean,
Exactly.
I find I like that more.
I
these
agree.
days.
I agree entirely.
And after, like, you've told your stories before already, like you've told all your stories to your friends a million times, and now you just want to sit back and listen to other people, their stories.
Exactly. Exactly, and finding different stories and different aspects of stories from elsewhere, out of your circle,
right.
Different personalities.
different
That's
personalities, and it's I don't know, it's all interesting, and it keeps you fucking entertained.
Especially when we're always driving.
Driving.
That's another one.
Driving.
As adults, we basically live in our vehicles half of every day.
Always be on the highway.
As they say, we 1/3 of our life we're fucking sleeping. Personally, with Shantae and I, with what we do, it's like
We don't
another
sleep.
third of
third
our we're driving.
I think 90% of the
Fucking-
time we're
and
thinking
sometimes
about
we'll-
driving, driving, or being in
Sometimes
the
they
car.
overlap too, where you're sleeping and driving.
Exactly.
We just kind of end up places and don't know how we get there.
Exactly.
Throwing things at children in the back seat.
It's become almost second nature to be a little belligerent and a little violent when it comes to driving, because how many times do we get cut
fuck.
off?
How about like the drive, just the degree of stupidity with people behind the wheels? I mean, particularly in our town,
right?
and the neighbor town.
Right? Like terrorists.
Almost dying on the daily.
Terrorism.
Oh my god, terrorists.
Terrace BC. Let's talk about
Terrace
Terrace
BC.
BC drivers. Holy shit.
It's like everybody gets in their vehicles, puts blindfolds on,
Yes.
and goes, I lived here my whole life. I know how to get around. Fuck everybody else.
And they
And
just
they proceed to drive with their feet.
and
With
really
their feet on the
Exactly.
steering wheel.
and they just fucking got off the banana boat. How about that? They've never
Yeah.
lived here their whole life. They just fucking
Right.
perceive that. They just believe that.
Yeah.
Just
And everybody
fucking-
hates each other.
Everybody.
It's true.
Everybody.
Like, fuck that whole stereotype about Canadians being nice. Spend
You're
some
either-
time in Terrace.
You're not white enough or too white, and then that's just how it is.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
So,
Enough about Terrace.
yeah. We actually just moved here to Kitimat, right next door to Terrace. About 45-minute drive on the highway. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm digging it.
Love it.
I love it. Yeah.
Love it.
It's very, very peaceful. Our
What-
particular neighborhood, anyway.
Yes.
We
and
live in a place where everybody's walking their dogs. The kids walk to school in the morning.
By themselves.
Sometimes by
Get that,
themselves.
right?
right?
It's everybody's just like super hi, hello, how's
Yeah.
it going?
It's like-
I talk to old people daily, and it's never the same old person. And that's just walking my dog.
Because other old people probably died after.
They're taking turns.
Taking turns just
An
dying.
old man was walking with a cane the other day. He was super pleasant and super sweet, and he like came and was touching Wicket's head and stuff and saying hi to me. And he was walking in it with a cane.
So you got to explain what Wicked
It was
is.
snowing outside.
What
What is
a
a wicked?
I will.
An initiative.
So,
Okay.
but it was snowing outside. There's snow on the ground. This dude's wearing sneakers with a cane, and he was so
That's-
sweet. And I was just like, "Be careful right there. It's slippery." And he was like, "Yeah, I saw you slipping."
I was watching you slip.
But yeah. So Wicket is a
help
pug.
you.
He's a brindley pug. He's half Shih Tzu and pug, mostly pug, but he has the coloring of an Ewok. And I always said if I had got a pug that was as ugly as him, his name would be Wicket.
He's not even. He can't even defend himself.
And that's my favorite
He's
Star
cute.
Wars situation is Wicket and Leia, and that's my favorite Princess Leia outfit in all of the Star Wars world. And so that's like That's what I dig. So I got my pug that I was wanted, and he looks like Wicket. Maybe we'll have him on here too and say hi with his
You hear him once in a
snorty
while.
pug face,
You hear him yelping in the background, or
whining to pee.
he'll be like our Shecky.
Yeah.
Kevin Smith. Shout out to Smodcast.
Smodcast. Yes. They've helped us through so many fucking hours driving and doing what we do.
You should explain why we're always in the car.
Oh, hey,
Yeah, there you go. That's
all right.
right. We don't just get in the car.
We're just like away
all
from the
day.
vehicles.
Always
They're like,
driving.
they're always wasting gas. They don't do anything but drive.
See you guys
They're
later. I'm gonna
truckers.
go drive.
They're truckers. This is
Weird.
a podcast of truckers.
We just
not
get in the
truckers.
car and drive for 8 hours. Nowhere in particular.
We drive 30 minutes one way and then we come back and drive 30 minutes another way. That's how that works.
No. So what do you guys do? Let them know.
We are a bakery, so we deliver, and we're the only bakery that delivers in this area, and so we're constantly driving throughout the northwest BC from Prince Rupert to an area called the Nass to Smithers, a city called Smithers, which is southeast, and then. And
Everywhere in between.
Everywhere in between. So
We fill our days with anxiety, avoidance of potholes, fear of fast braking, stoplights, stop signs, small children, balls, whatever can come in our way.
And Terrace drivers,
Oh my God.
they're out to kill you.
We'll probably have ulcers the size of our heads.
That's right.
That's probably what's going to kill us.
yeah, funny enough.
And we're not old.
No.
We will die because of what we've chosen to do as a profession. And we make cakes for a living.
Yes.
God forbid, too. And,
We bake
wedding season
sugar.
is coming up, and that's, the worst whole part. It's the best. We're going to make a video at the end of this wedding season of a giant, beautiful, amazing cake. And what we're going to do is, we're going to run it over with a vehicle just
Fuck
to
it up.
celebrate the end of wedding season.
Fuck it up.
And we'll share it with everybody because
Fuck it
it'll
up
be
so nice.
glorious.
We need somebody who has professional video skills.
Yes.
To edit and all that good stuff, cinematography and.
So if you're listening and you have those skills, I mean, hey, come up here. Come.
HMU.
Hello. It would be cool.
It's going to be good, though. Yeah, in the vein of Office Space, when they beat the shit out of that photocopier in slow motion.
You said fucking HMU.
Oh, fuck. No, I hate that.
JK.
I actually felt dirty saying
Not JK. I literally spit beer all over my paper.
No, what I was thinking about when living in Kitimat, it was like going back to when I was a kid, because it just feels so safe here. You can walk the streets as a kid by yourself.
But what
Dogs
about
wander the streets freely.
But what about this? Okay, the drive. The drive from Terrace to Kitimat.
Yeah.
Okay, so we do that a lot, and on the weekends I do that on a daily. So that drive from Terrace to here, which is Kitimat, we keep reiterating, we live in Kitimat, and that we fucking love it here. But that fucking drive, I swear to God, it feels like we drive from which is roughly 51 miles, or a good 63 kilometers, something like that.
Can I interject for a second? 56 kilometers.
56 kilometers. So we're looking at less than 50 miles, but still.
Yeah, it's still up there.
Every day, I swear to you, it feels like I'm driving 1 extra kilometer every fucking time I do the drive.
Yeah, the other day, you were
I felt-
did they move Kitimat? Because I've been driving for a year.
I was coming home from Terrace. I was driving home from Terrace after a long day at work. I think, I don't know. Was that the day that I missed my meds?
Yes.
Yeah, I missed my meds. Yeah, I take medication. I was a fucked up one. But I missed my dose that day, and I just felt really fucked up and out of it. And I was actually feeling withdrawals. Anyway, I was driving home, and it felt like a longer drive than normal. And sometimes it feels like it gets worse every day.
Every day.
Like Kitimat moves an extra 10K or something. Drives me nuts. Yeah.
So for you Americans who are listening, 10K is equivalent to 7 or 6 miles.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Because it's
So
kilometers
don't
here.
fucking
It's
quote me on
kilometers.
that. So if you're going
Not
to go
miles.
look it up, Look it up and find out the exacts. You
Do
can
it.
fucking
Get
tweet
you
us.
a
That's fine.
converter
Or
app.
whatever the
Convert
fuck
it
you're
into-
gonna do. I don't really care. I'm just saying roughly around.
You know what? I'll do that right now. You keep
Do it.
Keep the banter going, and
Be on top
I'll
of
figure
it.
this shit out.
You be the legit one.
Is it? You said it's like exactly 56 kilometers.
Well, what are we doing? Kilometers to miles, right?
Yeah, we're kilometers to centimeters.
It's 5
To inches.
centimeters.
How many feet is it from fucking Terrace to Kitimat?
Oh, what does Kevin says?
Strides.
It's 253 jaws. It's
Jaws is
34.8 miles, roughly.
34.8 miles.
Yeah. It sounds like less. I'll go with that.
All right,
But it still feels
Forever.
every time we drive that stretch.
forever,
And not to mention the highway is rough as fuck, and it gets worse every
every
winter.
year,
Yeah.
every year.
And so you get those Terrace drivers hanging out and driving up to Kitimat, and then you get those Kitimat dudes in the big giant trucks, and they're hauling balls, and they don't give a shit.
No.
So there's the guys in the big trucks with the little dicks, and then there's the terrorist drivers from Terrace. So it's like a huge combination.
That's right.
And then so we're like getting through the end of winter now, and so there's that too. So we're basically skating around hoping that we get to the end of the day alive. Oh, and then logging trucks and big rigs too. That's
Transportation fucking vehicles, those motherfuckers. Yeah.
Oh, it's basically their fault that this highway is in such a bad condition for the past, 10 years.
because they've been bumping along, fucking it up for a long time.
All day, every day for 10 years.
Yeah.
While they did the, what do they call it? The upgrade of the smelter?
Yeah.
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 And the highway's just torn up. Bumpy as shit.
Well, let's not negate the fact of the provincial fucking government not putting anything towards keeping the highway nice and fucking pretty.
No, they just acknowledged this year, actually, that the highway was bad.
Exactly.
They just acknowledged
It's funny
that.
you should say, because actually, there was recently a meeting of this.
I swear to God, like if you're in you have to be transported by ambulance from here, and you have a serious injury, you're gonna die before you get to Terrace because of how bad the highway is.
No, you're gonna have a heart attack. All right, you're gonna have a heart attack here, and they're gonna have to transport you to Terrace to get airlifted out. But on the route from here to fucking Terrace, what's gonna happen is you're gonna break your fucking back.
Because it's bumping.
That's right.
Right? So you're not gonna die of the heart attack. You're gonna die of something else entirely traumatic related.
Yeah.
Yeah. So needless to say, the roads are shit.
Yeah. So the roads don't kill you. The road rage will. I think.
Don't they
Yeah.
airlift people?
They do, yeah. Yeah.
And there's a hospital in Kitimat, isn't there?
There is, yeah.
And then there's
Typically.
one in Terrace, but you can't get in there.
No.
And then
Ever.
they're planning on building a new one in Terrace also,
Yeah, so
but
they
nobody's going to work there because we don't have any doctors.
Yeah,
So-
what are we going to do? We're going to put all the doctors from the little hospital into the big one. And then,
Everybody gets a wing, their own wing.
Yeah. One doctor per, like,
80.
5,000 patients.
Yeah.
And then the old hospital, I don't know what they'll turn that into.
Tear it down.
Maybe. Well, I heard it's supposed to become like a regional or some shit.
Regional hospital.
They bring all the specialists in there, and that's where they'll reside. Like
That would be
like all the particular people that you have to travel out of town to go see. Like if all your back's jacked up, you got to go to Vancouver and see this person. They'll have them there, and
So-
you won't have to travel as far.
So that makes sense because Terrace is the most central part of this.
Centrally located.
Yeah. Hence the reason why we are located in Terrace. Well, num nums.
Yes.
Num nums.
Shout out.
Fucking get your fucking cakes from us.
Did you tell them the name of the bakery? In the
No.
beginning?
No, you
That's
just-
the name of the bakery.
Yeah. Yeah.
Name drop.
Yeah, explain that too. Explain the name.
Num nums.
Yes.
Well, our oldest daughter, she's going to be 8 this next month. Gnarly. We used to, when she was little, whenever she had treats or like yummy stuff, like cupcakes.
How little?
Anything like that. Probably like Between 1 and 2. Between 1 and 2. I've always been in the kitchen baking up goodies and stuff like that. But my best friend, Erin at the time, she was getting into cakes, and I was making cupcakes, and then she started
Erin
making
Henderson.
cakes. Yeah, Erin Harrison.
Oh.
And
Erin Henderson.
Harrison.
I was like, I recognize that name.
So she was doing stuff, and then we ended up doing it, and then we kind of took over. But that's where it came from, is my daughter
That's why I
calling
said
treats nummies, and then it got shortened to num-nums, and so it all started there. So it stemmed from a hobby and my daughter, her nickname for things, and then it's basically been like that since 2010, and now it's completely bonkers. We are doing ridiculous, crazy, amazing cakes, and it gets worse and worse and busier every year. It's amazing.
That's a good thing.
Yeah. It's badass.
Yeah.
It's good shit.
Yeah.
That's good shit. And they taste amazing.
They do. I agree.
And I hate cake.
I don't hate cake.
I love cheesecakes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I just want to put my face in it.
I just want to put my dick in it.
Yeah.
Object.
What he said.
I want to put
a fork in it.
Yes. I want to put a fork and a knife.
We're supposed to make giant cinnamon rolls this week,
I know.
the size of our heads.
We are going to do this.
Okay.
We're going to do
We're
this.
doing it.
It's going to happen.
Can we add smells to podcasts?
Yes.
Can you smell them?
Yes.
Smellcast.
The first podcast
Caramel
in
and pecans.
5D, or is it 4D?
40.
You listen
Yeah.
to it, you can smell stuff too.
Yeah.
Smell the
Smell
cake.
that.
Smell the beer birds.
Smell all our beer that we're always drinking.
What does it smell like? What does it taste like?
Smells like turkey dripping. Ew, babe.
Mm. Well, below a dub. Shout out to Rick and Morty. Just saying.
Yeah. We got that playing in the background right now.
Every day. All day.
Yeah.
Pickle Rick.
Pickle Rick.
Yeah.
Funny enough. Okay, Pickle
Love
Rick.
that.
Pickle Rick. Pickle Rick. Pickle Rick
Bad.
is all right. I mean, we're gonna do this, and I don't know, and I don't care if you don't like us, but my 4-year-old son fucking loves Pickle Rick. And really, if you're gonna fucking judge me, fuck you. I don't care. He's a smart little motherfucker, and no, he's more than smart. There are things that he does and the things that he says that a 4-year-old probably shouldn't say with a 4-year-old intelligence, right? So if you're gonna judge me, fuck you. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But he loves Pickle Rick. So he'll come into the room and he'll be like, let's watch Pickle Rick. Let's watch Pickle Rick.
Watch Pickle Rick. Are we going to watch Pickle Rick?
Hey, we're
No, we watched Pickle Rick 50 times already yesterday.
So we watch it another 50 fucking times. So
Why not?
why the fuck not? Rick and Morty is some good shit. You cannot go wrong with it. And yeah. I think I'm just going to keep on reiterating. I don't give a fuck what you fucking think. So
that's his way of saying if you haven't seen it yet, go out and see it.
go and see it.
Check it out.
Go enjoy it.
You'll like it.
You'll like it. Yeah, yes, I'm just going to repeat everything you say from here on out. All right, so personal introductions.
All right. I'll let you go first. You set the precedence. I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do here.
I don't know. I was just saying maybe we should do some my name is Christopher Morgan.
There you go.
I was
It's a good start. I like that.
I'm Canadian. You'll understand why I'm saying this and you know, iterating that I'm Canadian. Born in British Columbia. I'm from Gatineau, which is a reservation. I would say
I think this is going to need a whole episode in itself just to tell them, just to explain that.
explain this. Yeah, I don't know if I want to do an
best.
episode.
Just the Cliff Notes.
Yeah, I mean,
Hurts.
yeah. So, Christopher Morgan, middle name is Duffran. This motherfucker over here, Malcolm calls me Duff. I think for the most part, he's the only one that's allowed to. Everybody else that calls me Duff or Duffy can go fuck the fuck off because they're not allowed.
They get hurt.
Yeah, I break legs and blow out kneecaps with a 22.
You blow what?
Enjoyable fat
I'm
dicks.
too old to do that.
Yeah.
Too old and crippled to hurt.
To blow dicks.
You're never too old and crippled to blow dicks, okay?
Okay. Oh, sorry, my bad.
For the rest of your
My
life,
bad.
blowing dicks. So from Gitnao Reservation, so that makes me Native American, I guess. Born in Canada, North America. What the fuck? I don't know.
It's a different country than the U.S. of A.
We're the ones that are
different
further up on the
fucking
map.
world.
It's a different world.
It's a different world. What are you
And
talking
you
about?
don't know
world.
until you know.
Right? Don't start crying, Ralph.
Have a visit. Have a visit. Get to see some world.
So,
Yeah. Welcome to BC. Put a dick in your mouth.
Put a dick in your mouth.
put a dick in your ass.
Oops.
We should change
we're-
that, huh?
Yeah, we copyright.
Yeah, copyright infringement.
Copyright.
My
Whatever.
Sorry. Sorry about that.
Sorry about that.
So yeah.
I was thinking about that the other day too. Like, I was listening to people talking, like at work, and they didn't so much say a boot as they said a boat,
A boat.
like boat.
It's
Yeah,
just long
a boat.
nose.
Sorry
boat.
about that.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
So Shantae, how do you say a boat or about or a boot?
About
See?
a boot.
Yeah.
But even you guys, it doesn't even matter because I've been here so damn long. I'm sure it doesn't sound Californian.
Yeah.
It sounds Canadian too. So
Shantae's
my
native
people from
Californian.
California are like this bitch. I get on FaceTime or talk to my family or hang out with people when I'm in California, and everybody's like, "You sound fucking Canadian. Canada has you now, girl."
Yeah.
That's
You
how
can
it
keep her, and we kept her.
We kept her.
I'm Shantae, and I'm from California, Southern California.
Put a dick in your mouth.
And
In your ass.
I
That's
am
BC.
Oh, yeah,
addicted to Mexican food,
That's LA.
taco shacks,
In your
burritos,
mouth.
All over
Thai teas, and God, what else? Just
Fuck, do I
avocados.
ever fucking miss some real
piles and
Thai
piles
food?
of fucking Mexican cheese and avocados.
Mexican cheese. Mexican cheese. The nearest Mexican cheese that we can fucking possibly
Vancouver.
get is Vancouver.
Yeah.
The nearest possible Mexican fucking cheese. And green chili, too.
And then everybody
we're-
keeps saying to me, "Why don't you order off Amazon? Amazon delivers food, and Amazon this and all that."
They deliver
Well,
food?
not where the fuck we live.
I didn't know
Because
that.
we live
Yeah,
in the
they do.
goddamn boonies.
Yes.
You can't get shit here.
No.
And you can't import shit.
No.
There's like duties up the ass. And out.
Duty.
And then, again, like, you can't take certain things over the border, and you can't lie about it. Because then automatically, because we're young and we look the way we do, there's obviously heroin in all of our assholes.
That's
Yes.
Last time
And
I
our
checked.
tires, and our bumpers, and in our
right.
children's diapers.
Mostly in my ass, though.
But mostly
Yes.
in our asses.
Mostly. Cocaine.
I
So
don't know.
Mostly.
because we look the way we do and have rainbow hair, and
We have cocaine in our assholes.
we have cocaine in our assholes. If we don't have kids in the car,
So
we get
much.
stopped.
So
And heroin in our dicks.
So basically, like, yeah, we're not getting cheese.
We are
Because
not getting-
we already
Long
look bad
story short,
enough.
no
I'm not
cheese.
bringing cheese because I don't want to declare shit. I don't want any other reasons for anybody to look at our shit.
What a thing to say. Dude. If
We
you
are
have
not
to
getting-
declare, I got cheese in my bag.
I have queso
I
fresco.
have a queso fresco.
I have some queso fresco.
I have some Mexican cheese.
So I guess. So I
They
guess.
would be like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
So I guess we're gonna have to fucking import some queso fresco in our assholes.
So there you go. Send
I'm
us
down with that.
cheese. We need
Cheese!
cheese. We're in desperate need of good
Preferably
cheese.
not from your asses.
No.
And that's not downplaying anything from Canada too, because Canada has amazing food here.
Yeah.
Obviously, I
do.
love food because that's what I talk about and what I miss from California. But you know, if I want to make something spicy, if I want to make good Mexican food or even anything close, I have to make it myself.
Yes.
And then I have to make do with the ingredients that we have here. Or make it ourselves. But I don't have a fucking cow in the yard, and I don't know how to make cheese. So, Mexican cheese is the big deal here.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then beer.
Send us cheese.
Beer.
We'll send you beer.
And or a fucking or we'll get
The beer here is second to none.
yes. If we don't send you beer, we'll
We'll tell you what to get. We'll tell you where to
There you
go.
go.
We
Or we'll-
love fucking beer.
or I'll give you an imaginary high five right
That
now,
works too.
right here.
But we want cheese.
High five. You got a high five right
High
now.
five.
There you go.
I witnessed it.
Yep, it happened. So Malcolm,
Send us cheese.
Malcolm,
Yeah.
Tell us why your last name
Malcolm.
is like the soup can.
Because I'm
Malcolm.
good.
Ugh.
you're a tasty bitch.
That's right. I'm Malcolm. And I don't have cheese. That's about it.
Yeah,
Um,
he has drugs.
I do have
He
drugs.
supplies a lot of
I
drugs
have a lot of drugs.
To
It's
his-
To
all
himself.
On
To
my
his own
ass.
body.
to his own self.
In my ass.
What is it called?
Rectally.
Boofing?
Boofing.
I boof that
He
shit.
likes to boof.
He parachutes.
Malcolm
boofing.
the boof. Malcolm the boof.
When I'm by myself, I just boof stuff. Anything. It doesn't even have to be
Anything.
drugs anymore.
He's
No,
like,
just-
alley
I'm fucking...
He's okay. Since we're in Canada,
addicted
since
to boofing.
we're in Canada, he's gonna boof some Putin. I mean,
That's right.
poutine.
Boof Putin.
Boof
But
poutine.
you can't boof it all at once as the poutine. You're going to boof it separate, like ingredients separately.
Yes.
You gotta dip
so
it
when-
and insert.
So when it is inside you collectively, it becomes poutine,
Yeah.
Again.
Gravy first.
right?
So you use one of those speculums, right? And
Yeah.
just get it, click, 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 open it up.
Ooh,
Right,
we're
the
talking
gravy
about
in.
the duck?
Is
To
that what
the
you
girl.
Yeah,
is that what you call it? Is that
He
the
wants
girl
to
thing?
the
Correct,
girl
they
with
call
the
it
duck.
duck.
Yeah.
I wanted to know that.
Yeah.
And then you get a baster, right?
Click, click,
Easy
click.
talk.
Then you get a baster. You get a fucking.
No, use
You
the
get a
gravy
turkey
train, the
baster.
gravy boat.
Gravy.
So there has to be
Chugga,
a
lugga,
second
lugga,
party
lugga.
that fucking assists in the making of
Exactly,
poutine
'cause
in your asshole.
I have
So it's
to-
a party situation.
It is.
Yes.
It is. And we get good and sauced up, and then it's
Funny
poutine.
enough. Okay. Funny enough.
Funny enough, we make poutine in Malcolm's ass.
Funny enough, I just learned today that several means one.
Get the fuck out of here!
Shut the mouth.
Seriously.
I've been living a lie.
Several.
because
Shut this
because,
off, I can't.
Because joint
I'm just gonna kick your chair over.
joint in legal jargon means more than one, and several
I'm consulting the Oracle.
several means one.
So,
And I was so for my entire goddamn life, I've been saying several and using it entirely incorrectly.
don't you feel like a
Person-
fool?
Well,
As an adjective, okay. So several as an adjective
right?
means separate or respective. A synonym would be individual or own.
Say synonym again.
Synonym.
Say synonym.
Synonym.
Synonym. Fuck you.
Dude,
Okay.
it's a hard word.
So as
Shut
a
up,
determiner or a
'Cause
pronoun,
I
several
fucked it up.
does mean more than one, but not many. So it's kind of like
So I'm like,
more
Okay.
than one, but not a
when
whole
it's
lot.
hot in this joint, and I
Okay,
say,
so-
we
so-
gotta get out of this joint.
So
That means two
respectively,
places?
I have to take back
know.
what I just fucking said because I was told.
No, you're right. As an adjective, it does mean individual, right?
All right.
So yeah,
All right.
we got this
All right.
sorted.
All right.
But-
All right.
So
So continue, bro. You're Malcolm. You are a drug dealer of your own self.
yeah, I don't deal drugs so much as I just do them.
You
all
just
the
take
time.
them all the
Deal
time.
with them.
I try to deal with them.
Yeah.
Can't deal without them.
I keep trying. I keep hinting around that I would like some of his Ativan, but it's his Ativan, so I can't fucking have any of it.
I'm actually not even using it right now, so I'll dig it out for you. You can have it.
It's all about
Between
the
an Ativan and a
Roblox.
morphine, I don't think I could pull that off.
Is that what it's called? Roblox?
Robaxacet.
We call them Robos.
Robax.
Robos.
We gotta get a new thing of Robos.
Yeah.
Because I got aches.
Aches and pains.
Because we're getting old now.
Old and rickety, crickety. Ugh, that sucks. I hate getting old. I hate the thought of getting old. Feeling old. You know what helps though? Drinking a lot of water.
And
Staying hydrated.
And beer.
beer.
Okay, that doesn't help with him. Well, mentally it helps.
It helps me
It does,
deal
yeah.
with it.
Physically, it's Drives me
Physically, it doesn't fucking work, but mentally, it fucking, it's a lifesaver.
up. Yeah. Right?
It was funny. This is psychologically, yes. Funny enough, today I was in class and I was talking to one of my classmates, and it was lunchtime, and she was talking about.
No, you're not in high school and you're not 12, so explain class.
I am taking a entrepreneur program to expand my knowledge in entrepreneurship. So, anyways,
Yeah.
I am talking with this.
At the college.
I'm talking with. Yes,
That's right.
not a
Not
community
back out
senator.
either.
Not.
It's not on a grassy knoll. Everybody rubs each other's backs.
I didn't invite everybody over to my house to learn more about fucking entrepreneurship.
We'll break and play frisbee golf after.
So yes.
Have you guys played Frisby golf?
No,
Yes.
well, I did.
That shit is fun as fuck.
Technically, I did play it on.
Coming
It
from the
was an
California.
accident. You made it.
Coming from the
and you were just
California.
trying to pass it back to
I was trying to
somebody.
hit a dog, and I was like, "Whoa! I think I invented
I
something."
think I'm good at shit.
That's right.
I think I'm good at frisbee
Guys, I
golf.
found my calling. I'm going to be a frisbee
Could you
golfer
imagine?
For the rest of my life.
I mean, I could
Get
probably do it.
sponsored.
It's a
not
retiring
physical.
point
It's not physical.
whatsoever.
What kind of drink would sponsor you? Would it be Gatorade or something like that?
Metamucil.
Stay regular.
He's really about his ass, so let's do Metamucil.
It's all about the butt.
Yes. Buttholes for days.
No, I didn't even. I thought frisbee golf and ultimate frisbee were the same thing until like a few years ago. But frisbee golf is actual golf. Like
Yeah,
there's like this weird fucking like fountain type thing with chains hanging down. and
Yeah.
you gotta, like,
That's exactly
throw
what
the
it looks
frisbee at
like.
it, right?
Yeah.
And then it drops in the basket.
and
Hey.
then, so what's ultimate
Hey.
frisbee?
Ultimate frisbee is like soccer and frisbee together.
Yeah.
Like you have a team and you throw the frisbee to
Yeah.
them, right?
Shut the fuck up, like you pass it and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you make
Yeah.
a goal at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to get it over a line. Okay.
Hey,
so I guess it's more
shut
like
up.
football.
Shut up.
What?
A really important question.
Oh, what's this?
You guys need some beer?
Yes, please.
All right.
So yeah.
Okay, so I didn't know that there was a difference between
Yeah.
those two either.
There's two teams. I can't remember how many because I haven't played it since like junior high. And then you just pass the frisbee to your teammates, and you can't walk while you have the frisbee.
Holy
You can pivot. You could pivot on one pivotal leg, and that's it. And your idea,
There's a pivot situation.
you can pivot on one foot, like around and around, like basketball, right? So I
Basketball?
guess it's an amalgamation of all sports: soccer, football, basketball, but it's lame. And your idea, the whole
Those
goal
are
of it
all
is
sports,
to-
and those are all the sports.
It's to get
Just
it over
soccer,
the line.
basketball, and
Ultimate
frisbee.
frisbee.
Those are all the sports in the world.
And-
Basketball.
And the uniform,
Soccer.
uniform of Ultimate Frisbee is a tie-dye shirt.
Yes.
Unicorn.
Uniform.
Oh.
The Frisbee uniform is tie-dye shirt, and you got to smell like patchouli.
I totally forgot what the fuck I was talking about now. Oh wait,
Your
yes.
Your back.
Rubbing your back.
Talking about rubs.
Back rubs.
I was talking about my classmate,
Oh yeah, there you go.
and
Oh yeah.
today my classmate went for lunch, and she saw one of one of the. You have like 3 full beers over there.
Shanti's got a fucking
No,
pile
but
of beer in
like,
front of her right now.
seriously, there's one that's unopened, and then 2 that are drank to the exact same spot. So I think that both of these could fill up 1 beer.
You're gonna get scientific.
You need
now,
to
pouring
drink
into
them.
1 can.
There you go.
Oh shit!
My mouth's not big enough for that.
Don't lie.
You don't hold it right to your mouth. I think
It's
you
gonna
hold it up
burn
and pour it down.
if it shoots out my nose.
Okay,
so class.
So my fucking classmate. All right, I'm gonna drop her name. Her name is Kelly Kenny.
Oh, you should have made a fake name, right?
like
To
the
protect
best
the
name.
innocent.
Juno.
Okay, Juno. Juno
Barbs.
Temple.
No,
Barbs.
nothing.
Juno.
Oh!
Nothing. Oh.
Her name's Juno Nothing.
Juno Nothing.
Okay.
All right. Her name's Juno Nothing. Anyways, we were talking, and she was talking about lunch, and she was talking about how the instructor was joking around about drinking while on his lunch break, and he's an instructor.
One of my favorite things to do.
So he can't technically do that, but had nobody had seen him or nobody known about it, he could have a fucking beer with his lunch. But since Kelly was, Juno was there.
It's okay, we'll edit this.
Juno nothing. Since Juno nothing was there, he was like, I'm just kidding. Let's punch you in the shoulder like a fucking chum.
Oh, wait, was Juno the one that was a cop?
No.
Oh, shit, I'm fucking way up.
No.
No.
Juno's the one that fucking smokes a lot of weed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, cops could smoke a lot of weed, too, but...
They should.
I think they should, yeah.
I think they should smoke
There'd be
more
a lot
weed.
less speeding tickets.
Yes. There'd be a lot less fucking cop violence towards...
I think there'd be a lot less cops because you realize, I don't want to be a fucking cop while you're high. I'm like, fuck this. I don't wanna be a
fuck
police
this
officer.
job.
People
Fuck
don't
this.
like
People
me.
Yeah.
suck. People are assholes. Hey, we should start the next episode.
Crime would be like a spectrum for you. You'd be like, oh, you're not so bad. I know you ran a red light and shit, but I know you didn't mean it.
So,
See you later, man.
Man.
later, bro. You'd be
That's
cooler
it.
if you did.
The prototypical stoner from the 90s. That's bad. It's not really like that nowadays.
Not at all. You're more fucked up.
Okay, so class.
Yes. So she was talking about drinking during lunch, and she was like, "Yeah, but it's new. No, who drinks it?" And I'm like, we drink all day." And then I was telling her, I was explaining to her that I was like, what's funny is that this past week I've become the fucking drunk baker. And then she looks at me, she starts laughing.
Yeah.
She started laughing, and she was like, "You know what that reminds me of?" I was like, I looked at her. The fucking Muppets, right? She was like, "Yes, the Swedish chef." The Swedish chef. Just because I said that I've become the drunk baker this past week. But hey,
Any kind of food prep and drinking just goes hand in hand.
Oh
It
my
just
God.
feels good, you know.
feels right.
Creating food while you're
Feels right.
getting
I
hammered.
cannot,
Feels right, Brian.
I cannot function if I'm not decorating with vodka and also drinking.
Drinking
Me
vodka.
blending it. Yeah.
If it's not drinking it, it's
Yeah.
decorating with it, and then it's drinking beer.
Yeah.
Oh,
We
yeah.
stand too much to get through it without some type of substance.
Yeah.
Liquid substance.
Borderline abusing it.
Mm.
Sometimes that's fun. Sometimes. Not on a school night, though. Not again.
No.
No.
Dude.
Oh, holy shit! You crack a rib. Almost sneezed.
Stop sneezing.
I can't do that. I can't.
I am not.
You're gonna
I shouldn't.
shit yourself.
I can't fight it back. It
One
just
of
comes
these
out
times
like
I'm gonna
violently.
fucking stroke out, and you guys are gonna be like, I'm gonna come back.
Your eyeballs gonna pop
I'm
out of
gonna
your
come
socket.
back from one of those squeaky, not sneezing situations, and my whole fucking face is gonna be like, hey, hello.
Stroke it out.
I'm gonna take
Oh,
a drink
fuck.
of beer, and it's just gonna fall out of my face.
Your eyeballs are gonna be Brian.
I'm gonna look like Wicket with my just like,
You know.
what the fuck happened, you guys?
Hey, you guys.
What happened? What
And
happened?
he'd be like, "What you get for making fun of me with my pudgy face?"
I was trying not to be loud, and then it backfired.
Your eyes are gonna go complete opposite directions and stay that way. Like
Well, your
Wicked.
sneezes aren't typically that loud, though.
No.
You
don't know
This
because
guy
you've
on the
never
other
heard
hand,
it.
I sneeze like a dad. I'm a dad,
all
so I
comes out.
sneeze like a dad.
Like
It's
everybody's
better that way.
grandpa.
That's when men get their anger out.
Right?
It bottles up all week.
It's so
and then it comes out
true.
and
Sneeze.
Yeah.
They hate their lives so much,
Yeah.
and then they're just like miserable as fuck, and then they have that sneeze, and they're just like, fuck yeah! That's how it comes out.
And then they feel it. It's like I think it's like the women's equivalent of crying.
Yes.
Man sneezes because it's so violent.
What are we talking about?
You don't-
So class.
What? Crying.
That was it. I'm
No, man's
You're the drunken. You're the.
I'm the
drunken
Swedish
baker?
chef.
The Swedish chef.
Burp, burp, burp.
That's right.
I am the Swedish chef.
I like it too.
I
I'm
like
not
it.
a baker per se, but I like to.
Fuck
When I'm
the fuck
slinging
off.
burgers, I like to have a beer with me.
You make
I love that.
bomb pancakes and cookies.
I don't drink when I'm making pancakes, though, which is odd.
Yeah.
You should,
maybe-
well, you know why? It's because it's
It's in
always
the
morning.
Yeah.
And you're always making those pancakes because we're recovering from the
That's
previous
right.
night of cooking.
Usually.
Possibly tomorrow.
Those pancakes are filling up our guts with pancakes soaking up beer.
Syrup and bacon.
If that makes sense. Yeah.
I think so.
Yes.
Sense enough. I like
Sense
it. We'll
enough.
roll with it.
Feels right, Brian.
Feels right.
Feels right.
Oh. Yeah, I didn't cleanse my palate for that one.
Yeah, you have to drink that whole beer before your palate is cleansed. Sorry.
You're going to have to use
Cleanse your
that to
palate.
cleanse your palate so you can.
We don't have
Well, guys, I'm going to have to boof this beer too, I guess.
Dude,
Any
we don't-
excuse.
Someone get the tube.
Get the beer bomb.
Oh, yeah.
I'm looking forward to this.
No, don't.
Does anybody use beer bongs anymore?
I don't even
I
know.
haven't seen anybody using them lately. I mean,
Is it a 90s?
not at our age. But I'd say the last time I used one
Back
probably
in
be
my
about
day.
11 years old. 11 years ago. 11
11
years old. I was 11 years old.
11 years old.
We came upon it by accident.
Son,
It was a
What
garden
is this
hose.
thing?
son, listen to me. When I was 11 years old,
That's right. I've been beer bong since I was 11.
since I was 11 years old, I've been beer bong.
That's not me. It's about 11 years ago was the last time I beered a bong. I bonged a beer.
A bong de beer, a beer de bong, bong de beer.
You cannot
Oh,
get away
man,
with
it's
that
about
I
the
anymore.
same-
can't just.
that's
I
about the
can't
same
tug
fucking
like I
time.
used
Yeah.
to.
It's about the fucking same
Yeah.
time I did a fucking cake stand.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, that
My
that-
last cake stand was the same month I found out I was pregnant with Layla. So that was almost 8 years ago.
See, it's in that
Well, you
direction.
guys, there's a story behind it though.
Okay.
It was fucking chola party. It was a birthday theme
Ooh.
party. So everybody was dressed like cholos and cholas.
Nice.
So I did my hair huge. I wore a lot of makeup, drew on my eyebrows. And
Killer.
I put a pillow in my shirt, so I looked like a pregnant hyena. And
you were pregnant, actually.
So what's amazing, yes.
Awesome.
So I did a cake stand, like, with my pregnant belly, so we can get pictures, because it was fucking hilarious. And then a week later, I found out that it was a real pregnant cake stand.
Ooh.
But, like, a brand new goldfish, maybe. Like, it was like an embryo situation. It wasn't a Layla yet, so.
It wasn't capable.
Don't get all crazy.
Yeah.
Don't be haters.
Exactly.
I was a pregnant chola. What do you want from me? It was such a good time. Because people really did it.
Yeah.
Like, all
Like
the
a-
dickies. Oh, my God. There was so much, like, pasted white makeup on.
Oh, yeah.
Think
The
of all the
dickies
highlights.
and the beaters and
Yes.
Yeah.
Plaid, lots
crisp.
of plaids.
Everything was crisp and just
And
ironed
bandanas.
and yeah.
Super crisp. Oh, my
Right.
God.
That's one of
So
their
crisp.
things, man. Their clothes are just on point all the time. They just look
was like-
sharp.
Tequila shots and lots of beer on top of the cake.
Sounds like my kind of party. Lots of beer.
And it was in LA too, so there was like actual like real hiders there too. But
And they were cool with that?
yeah.
The whole, what would they call it now? Cultural appropriation?
Oh God, you can't get away with that now.
You can't do that now. Back in the day, we knew how to have more fun. Shit just rolled off our backs. Nowadays? No.
Nope.
Not so much.
Used to be ducks.
That's right.
Now we're frogs. So let's say goodnight.
Alrighty.
Are we done?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So how do we do this sign-off dealio here?
How do we log off?
Log off!
How do we log off? How
All
do
right.
we-
My name is Christopher Morgan. Have a good fucking night. This is left of fucking good. Have a good one.
Logging off.
Peace out.
See you soon.